and I think it's not very clear, so I used black and white. Here. In AutoCAD, we created layers, yeah? So let's keep that layers all on. Import units, I know that this CAD file is millimeters. There is a big chance that, you know, this auto detect always make wrong. So I make it millimeters here. And for the positioning, let's keep it auto origin to origin for now. Okay, so make sure that you have the settings as well. And I'm going to get a screenshot of this, and I'm going to paste it in our WhatsApp as well. So if you're going to, you know, if you want to redo the exercise later on, you can refer to this one. But let's keep it open now. Open. What did you see in your drawing area now? Is the CAD file inserted? You see the CAD file now? Okay. So we're going to turn this into model. Okay. Where's our group? Let me just paste this. Settings and inserting or importing. And okay. Okay. What is this? No? What are these, by the way? This, and this, and that. So this is not just like a, you know, a mistake that it's that. It represents something. It actually represents the north, the east, the north, the south, the west view, elevations. Okay. So we're not going to them. So let's open our visibility graphics, because I hope you still remember this one. It's override. Actually, it's still override, but let's open it using VV. Okay, so let's press VV. By the way, this is just a review. If you're going to select this one, okay, if I'm going to select this one, you'll find that this one is category. You remember the category? Yeah. Door, window, wall category. So this is category of the elevation. And these are not 3D elements. So let's open our visibility graphics now. You have two sections, no? Model. This is where you can find your door, your window, your wall, etc. This elevation marks are under annotation categories. Okay, so now look for elevation. You'll find there. Or actually, I have a technique, no? You can click anything and press E. Okay, you will find shortcut, elevation. And in order to uncheck it, actually you have two choices as well. By clicking on it, or by pressing spacebar. Did you find elevation? Make sure that you are under annotation, sir. Look. Are you in annotation right now? Elevation. Model category, annotation. Make sure that you are under annotation. Yeah. Look for elevation and uncheck it. Again, click on it, spacebar. Yeah. Okay, you can turn it on and off. Uncheck elevation, press OK. Now what you will see in the drawing area is the CAD file only. And you can press ZA for zoom on. Okay, now I will not write the shortcut, but I'm sure that you remember. I mean the description, but I know you remember this. Yeah. So let's make DI or dimension. Let's just make sure that these measurements are correct. So from here, how much you got? Is the same? Okay. Okay. So let's just make another thing that lessen our confusion, no? Okay. Now, okay. So let's make this cat file all red. No? So how do we do that? Currently, it's black and white, no? Because when we inserted this one, I asked you to make it black and white. Now, our grid is black. Our dimension is black. I mean the color. So probably it will confuse us later. So let's select this CAD file. Let's select this CAD file. Follow me, huh? Right click, and there is an option there to override graphics in view. Okay, to override graphics in view. Found that? Okay, select by element because this is just a single element. Okay, so can you please click this projection lines? Okay, and make the color red. Click on this, click here, and let's make it red. Press OK, and another OK. Okay, press escape, and you will find your CAD file is red. Okay, so it will lessen our confusion later. And by default, actually, no, by default, you will find that the CAD file is, you remember this one? Did they give you something like this? Can you press OK? And that's no. Okay. Select it again. Okay, see? You remember this one? I'm just going to make sure. This is for what? This is actually, you remember the image that we pinned? So when this is pinned, it will not move. Okay, now let's start with the grid. Okay, let's start by drawing the grids. Okay, now grids can be found in your architectural tab. Okay, datum panel grid. Found it? So let's select this grid. Okay, now we now have this contextual ribbon tab to draw. No? So grid is, we need to draw the grid. So let's start with grid A. So let's click here. This is the purpose of our CAD file now. So our guide. So click on here. Click. Go up. And click. So as you can see, we now have grid number 1. Press escape. Okay. So let's match also the size. No, this is actually it's so many explanation needs to explain about the size. No, but for now, let's make this one 1:50. Okay. So we done the grid number 1. Yes. Okay. It's something like you can select the grid and grid and draw the other grid. But since we all know how to copy, why not copy it? No. So let's select this grid. Let's select grid number 1, and we press CO for copy. CO. Select the grid and press CO. Okay, so we're now performing copy. Watch out for these options. No? Okay, listen only, no need to do anything. When multiple is not checked, when I copy, the copy tool will end. Okay, but when you make copy and you make this multiple check, you can produce copy, and you press escape, and so you can discontinue the multiple, the copy. Now, what is this constraint for? Constraint 4 is actually like ortho in AutoCAD. You know what is ortho in AutoCAD? Like the F8. Yeah, it will only move X and Y. No? So it's in this specific exercise, actually it's better if you're going to check constraint as well. So it will be like inline. No? So, okay. So let's constrain and let's check multiple and let's start copying. Now these two are checked. So our base point will be here. Huh? Okay, so this is our base point. And then copy. Copy. And what do you notice about the value of the grid? It keeps on giving the sequence, no? 1, 2, 3, okay. Who gave you this laptop, sir? Again, I'm just going to repeat now. When I give them exercise, we're going to go. Yeah. Done. Yeah. Now, we don't have a choice but to select the grid one more time because we're about to create a horizontal grid. So we cannot copy this one and rotate, no? Can we? Let me just double check. We can, but I will not do it. Okay. So I'm going to click grid. Okay. Grid and start again here. Any problem you face? What happened? Did it match the grid? Did it match? No. Yeah. So now, very simple. We just have to double click this value and change to the required. Okay. The required grid is A. Now, when you make the copy again, it will follow the sequence. No? CO. Okay. Did you make it, sir? Continue the copy, huh? You should reach up to grid E. Yeah. Okay. Because you did not change it, so you have to do it one by one. This time you have to do it one by one. So double click A, double click B, and so on. Okay. Done. Okay. Listen. Listen now. Okay. So let's select the CAD file. Okay, listen. So when you are selecting the CAD file, make sure that there is an element that, wherein you're going to click. Like, for example, this. Remember that the red one is a CAD file, huh? So I'm going to click this CAD file. I'm going to place my cursor somewhere here because there is an element of the CAD file there. So click. Okay. And second thing that you will need to check is that you will see this one, no? The import CAD file. The imported CAD file. See that? Okay. So let's now press HH. What is HH for? It hides an element temporarily. Okay, so HH. Yeah. So you will realize though that there is nothing in your drawing area because that red one is the CAD file. So let's select this. Let's just select grid 1. Only the grid 1. Okay. We need to put it down or drag it down. No. So find this small circle here. Click and hold. Click and hold and drag it down. Okay. Press escape. Same goes with the horizontal one. We're going to adjust it later. Okay. Now, how are we going to put back the CAD file? By pressing HR. So HR. We're going to arrange it later. Okay. Now, so we place the level or the grid. We're now going to place a level. But before that, let me just tell you something about the grid. No? So I want you to make a copy of grid A. This is actually not needed, no? But let's copy grid A, like 500 going down. Let's copy grid A, 500 going down. Okay. What did you notice? The bubbles are okay. Okay, so what did you notice? The bubbles are, but by the way, these are bubbles. These are called bubbles, and they are crashing. Okay, it's not good that you're going to represent your drawing like this. So what is the solution? A very simple one. Let's click grid F. Let's click grid F and you will find this symbol, no? To add an elbow. So click on that add elbow. Okay, so it goes like that. It's still wrong. Simply drag it down like this. It's better now. Okay. So done. Okay, just select this grid F and click this a small one actually. And then, okay,